A junior employee produces a report that looks almost identical to one written by a senior expert. The structure is clear, the analysis is solid, the conclusions seem thoughtful, but there is a catch. Much of the work was assisted by AI. The surprising part is that the final output may look very similar to something created by someone with years of experience. And this creates a new challenge. It becomes harder to tell who actually understands the work. For many professions, experience used to leave visible traces. A skilled programmer wrote cleaner code. A seasoned analyst spotted patterns others missed. An experienced writer structured arguments more clearly. The difference between beginners and experts was often visible in the final result. Today, that signal is becoming harder to read. AI tools can draft code, summarize research, generate reports, and organize arguments. Tasks that once required deep expertise can now be assisted by software. As a result, outputs across skill levels start to look more similar. And when outputs converge, experience becomes less visible. Consider software development. AI coding assistants can generate working code snippets, suggest improvements, and help troubleshoot errors. A less experienced developer can often produce functional solutions much faster than before. From the outside, the finished code may look similar to work produced by a highly experienced engineer, but the underlying understanding can still differ dramatically. An experienced engineer may understand why the system works, how it might fail, and how it should evolve as conditions change. A junior developer may rely heavily on the tool without fully grasping the deeper structure. The output looks similar. The capability behind it may not be. A similar pattern appears in writing and research. AI systems can outline arguments, summarize articles, and draft structured explanations. Someone with limited experience can produce a coherent document with the help of these tools. Again, the final result can look convincing, but writing quality is only one layer of expertise. True expertise also includes questioning assumptions, evaluating sources, and noticing subtle inconsistencies. These abilities are harder to see in the finished product. When AI helps generate the structure, the signal of experience becomes less obvious. This creates new challenges for evaluation. Managers, clients, and audiences often judge competence by visible output. If the work looks professional, it is easy to assume the person behind it has strong expertise. But when AI tools assist with the process, output alone may no longer reveal the full picture. Two people can produce similar results using very different levels of understanding. One may rely heavily on automated suggestions. The other may use the tool as support while guiding the work with deeper judgment. From the outside, the difference may be difficult to detect. A reasonable counter-argument is that this pattern is not entirely new. Throughout history, tools have helped people perform complex tasks. Calculators made advanced arithmetic easier. Spreadsheet software simplified financial analysis. Search engines transformed information retrieval. Each of these tools reduced the effort required to produce certain outputs. Yet expertise did not disappear. Instead, the definition of expertise shifted. The same pattern may be unfolding with AI. What may change is not whether expertise matters, but how it becomes visible. When tools handle more of the mechanical work, expertise may appear less in producing outputs and more in guiding systems. Experienced professionals often spend more time framing problems, evaluating AI-generated suggestions, and recognizing when the tool is wrong. These skills appear during the process, not just in the final result. This shift can create second-order effects inside organizations. If managers rely only on outputs to evaluate performance, they may struggle to distinguish between deep understanding and surface-level competence. In routine situations, both may produce acceptable results. But when unusual problems appear, differences in understanding become more important. Someone who truly understands the system can adapt. Someone who depends heavily on automated assistance may struggle when the tool produces misleading suggestions. The difference becomes visible when conditions change. Training and professional development may also evolve. In the past, learning often involved repeating difficult tasks until they became intuitive. Writing, debugging, and analysis improved through practice. When AI handles more of those tasks, the path to deep expertise may become less.